Hello, everybody. Welcome to another IELTS speaking session. My name is Grace, and this class is going to be a repeat of the class from last week, just for those of you who missed it, because we did start a little bit late last week. So we're going to do another session today. I'm going to bring Jennifer in so that she can talk to you a little bit about Connetics. Let me just bring her into the stream. Hi,
Hello.
Jennifer.
Hi, Grace. How are you?
Good. How are you today?
I'm doing good. I was in the wrong part of StreamYard. I was in the
Oh,
testing, so I was all alone in there. So I got it figured out.
excellent.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on for a minute. I also want to tell you thank you for having an additional class today. I know everyone really appreciates your time, and since last week ran a little late, you're here today. So I just want to, on behalf of everyone, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, so if anyone, for anyone who does not already know me, I know most of you probably already do. My name is Jennifer Olchenbruns. I'm the IELTS support specialist here at Connetics USA. My role here is to basically help you pass your IELTS exam for the first time. So if you are already a Connetics nurse, you do already need to be a Connetics nurse, and you still do not have your IELTS exam, you have not passed, then you will be handed off to me and I will get you enrolled and get you situated and squared away so you can pass your IELTS exam on the first try. So that is what I do here. We have we have a list of things here, success path, and a list of things here to get you to pass your exam and get you to move here to the USA sooner. So we've got a few phases here. I have a little slide here for you. The first one is to pass your NCLEX. So obviously that's one of the biggest hurdles, but I think it's easier for the nurses. It seems like the IELTS is something that they stress more about, not the NCLEX. So you do need to finish the NCLEX. Your phase two is your preparation for your interview. So you will be screened and try to get everything in line to fit what is best for you, where you want to move, and you'll have all of those details put in with your recruiter. So that's really nice. Phase three is your visa. So you're going to work on your, you'll be getting a TN visa and or your green card. So it really depends on each nurse and exactly where they're coming and where they're going and all those details your case specialist will know more about. So the next phase is your licensing and credentialing. So your English exam, if required. So in most countries outside of the U.S., if it is a non-English speaking country, it is required. There are some areas like Jamaica and certain places that don't require the IELTS exam. So but I know you probably already know by now, if you've made it this far, you probably know whether or not you have to take your IELTS exam. So, step five, the get ready game plan is your financial, your language, your clinical, your immigration to prepare for the transition. And speaking of transition, after you are done with Grace with this live class, we are also having an onwards and upwards that you're going to want to tune in for, and that is this morning. And that's going to go into more detail about your preparation for your big day, your big debut transitioning to the USA. It's going to be pretty scary, but it's also, I'm sure it's going to be really, great fun for you too at the same time. So, the arrival sequence is your phase six. You've got your orientation, your training. You have a whole list of things that you're going to be doing. So we're here. I know Meg. You'll hear from Meg, and she's the one who really helps out with this phase of the phase four, actually, to get you here to the U.S. So she will help you, and it's kind of exciting time. So you'll be scared, but you'll be excited at the same time. And then your seventh is you're just going to enjoy your life here in the USA. So there's a lot going on here at Connetics. We're always busy, but we can make time for you. I'm going to Go on to the next little slide here. We've got we offer a couple things here for you with the program. It's a complimentary IELTS review course, so it's 100% paid scholarship on behalf of Connetics USA to all the nurses, Connetics nurses who have not already passed their IELTS exam. So that's kind of neat. You know, so we've got free IELTS classes weekly, like we've got Grace here, and we've got a few others. So we post the schedule for you. That'll be in your dashboard after you log in. That's always there. We always post. Grace is really good about helping me with that, posting the schedule in our Telegram group. So we get questions all the time. What's the schedule today, or is it today, or what's going on, that type thing. So we're always very, very active in the group, which is great. We also offer the free study group and study partners. So definitely reach out to me on Telegram and reach out to me. And let me see if I can just put a little thing for you in Telegram. I'm on Telegram, and then also WhatsApp. So you will have my information there. I can try to assist you with a partner or a group. Some people like a group. Makes things easier if you're trying to coordinate with schedules and that sort of thing. And then we also offer, like I just said, the WhatsApp. We used to have WhatsApp, and now we've switched over to Telegram because our group got to be so big that WhatsApp only lets you X amount of nurses in there. So now Telegram, thankfully, has, like, I don't know how many you can squeeze in there, but we've got a nice sized group going on. So that's really, really good. It's I would like to say it's probably close to 24/7 support in there because of the time difference between me and everyone else in the rest of the world. So if you have any questions, you definitely can reach out to me. I try to answer your questions the best that I can. If I don't have the answers, then I turn to Swoosh if it's more, if it's that type of information that's needed to be responded to. So the Connetics IELTS support specialist, that's me. So you'll probably, I hope you don't get tired of hearing from me too much, but you definitely will hear from me almost on a daily basis. So that's just part of my role here, is getting you to move forward in your review so you can pass. And then we also offer a monthly raffle, and that is actually something that I am doing right after this at 9 o'clock. I don't want to interfere with Grace's class, but at 9 o'clock we do have the raffle going on, and this is the February raffle. So whoever whoever is the most active, or really who's active in the review, automatically gets a chance to win, for their name to be drawn. And what do you win? You win your IELTS exam paid for on behalf of Connetics. That's not the travel, that is just the exam fee itself. So it's kind of exciting. So anyone who is looking to have their IELTS exam paid for by us here at Connetics, make sure you're active in your review. I know who's active, I know who's not, and you will get a chance to have your name drawn at the end of the month. So yeah, that's kind of exciting. And I think that's probably about it. Am I leaving anything out?
I don't think so. No. Oh, I just wanted to show the link actually, because I can see a couple of people on Facebook asking how to sign up. So there's
Oh,
the
good.
link for everybody who's interested in signing up. So if you're watching, please follow this link. That will take you where you need to be.
Definitely, definitely. And we're all here to support you and help you. And the goal at the end of the day is just to get you to pass your IELTS exam. You already know that it's a requirement. So some people watching the class today, I know you've heard from me recently. So let's get moving. You got to get going. The hardest step is just, you got to log in and just do that first milestone, and then it's all downhill from there. So, all right. Well, thank you so much, Gracie. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we will carry on with our class. Thank you for coming in and talking about kinetics, and
Hmm.
yeah, we'll see you very soon.
Yep. All right. I'll see you soon.
Thank you so
Bye.
much, Jennifer.
You
Bye.
bet. Bye.
Okay, so everybody, we are going to continue with the class then. I would just like to remind everybody that in the class today, we are going to be looking at the same topic as last week, but I can see that we have some different students joining today, so that's excellent. And hopefully everyone gets a chance to come in and do some speaking practice. So let's get started. So today we are going to have a look at some pronunciation. So we'll look at the assessment criteria for pronunciation, and then learn about the importance of intonation, do a couple of exercises to have a look at this. And then, of course, there will be some speaking practice a little bit later. So a chance for everyone to have a go at speaking, listen to your classmates, and then have some feedback at the end. So later, when we do our speaking practice, I would like everyone to keep these assessment questions in mind, okay, when you're doing your own practice, but also when you're listening to other people. It's very helpful to listen to others and give them feedback. It helps your own speaking as well. So we've got pronunciation. Were they accurate? Was it natural, easy to understand? Fluency and coherence. So, did they speak at a natural pace? Did they use language to connect their ideas? Grammatical range and accuracy. So, did they use a range of grammar and was it accurate? And lexical resource. So, did they use a range of vocabulary and was it accurately used? So, the area of the assessment that we're going to focus on today is pronunciation. So, let's take a quick look at some of the pronunciation speaking criteria for IELTS. I've just got band 6 to 9 up here, just in case anyone is interested to see what the speaking criteria actually says. So if you look down at the bottom for band 6, it says uses a range of pronunciation features. So we'll talk a little bit about what that means in a minute. Some effective use of features generally can be understood. Might be some mispronunciation of individual words or sounds. And then if you go up through the bands, you'll just see that the use of those features, you'll become more competent. Your pronunciation mistakes will be fewer, less noticeable. So we're not going to spend too much time looking at this, but maybe if you want to refer back to it later to really get a good idea of what's actually being assessed in terms of your pronunciation. Now let's have a look. So if you look back here, it said uses a range of pronunciation features. What does that even mean? Well, here we go. We've got the clear articulation of individual sounds, so pronouncing individual sounds clearly and correctly. Using connected speech, so that's linking. Your rhythm as well, word and sentence stress, and your intonation. Okay, so all of these are features of pronunciation that you will be assessed on in your speaking exam. We are going to focus on intonation today. Now, before we begin with this, what is intonation? Okay, what do we mean by intonation? Think of a definition and write it in the chat, write it in the comments. I'd like to get some ideas from everyone in the class here. So, what is intonation? What does that mean? We might have different definitions. It could be explained in different ways. But let's have a look and see what everybody thinks. So, write in the chat, in the comments, what is intonation? Okay, thank you, Jam. I can see Jam's put up and down of our voice. Yep, you are absolutely right. We could say the up and down or rise and fall. Okay, does anyone else have a different way to explain intonation? Let's see. What does that mean to you? Okay. All right, yeah, good. So I think we all more or less agree that intonation is, let me show you, the way your voice rises and falls. in order to add meaning to what you are saying. So like Jam said, up and down or rising and falling of our voice. And importantly here, in order to add meaning to what you are saying. So intonation is not just important because it makes us sound like natural speakers. It's important because it can change the meaning of what you are saying. So let's take a look. What do I mean by this? Okay, listen to me say this sentence twice. Is my intonation different each time? And if so, does it change the meaning? Okay, so number one, well, that's great. Number two, well, that's great. Okay, again, number one, well, that's great. Number two, well, that's great. Okay, is my intonation different each time? In the chat, yes or no? Or in the comments, in the chat, was it different each time? Yes, I can see people are saying, yes, it was different each time. And does it change the meaning? Yes or no? Well, that's great. Well, that's great. Yeah, and I can see everyone saying, yes, it does change the meaning. You are absolutely right. So the first time I say it, is my intonation rising or falling? Well, that's great. Rising or falling? Yes, good everyone. Yes, it's rising. So the attitude I'm expressing with that intonation is quite positive. Maybe excitement. Well, that's great. Okay, the second one, is my intonation rising or falling? Well, that's great. Well, that's great. Good. Yes, it's falling. So there, my attitude is displaying more almost sarcasm. Well, that's great. Okay, I don't actually think it's great. So can you see how my intonation really does, it can change the meaning of what I'm saying? Okay, now there are some intonation patterns which are more or less always the same. So this can help you to remember these patterns. The first one is statements. I really love the countryside. What pattern is that? Is it rising or falling? I really love the countryside. What do we think? I really love the countryside. Yep, it is. You got this? Oops. Falling intonation. I really love the countryside. So for statements, when we finish the sentence, we use a falling intonation to signal that we finished speaking. Okay. So I really love the countryside. Falling intonation on statements. Okay, lists. We've got a pattern here. I enjoy reading, swimming, cooking, and dancing. So listen again. Can you identify a pattern here? I enjoy reading, swimming, cooking, and dancing. Can anyone identify what's happening there with my intonation? Very good, Leyland. Yes, we've got I enjoy reading, swimming, cooking, and dancing. So when we're giving lists, our intonation rises when we're listing and then falls at the end, again, to signal that we've finished. Okay. I enjoy reading, swimming, cooking, and dancing. Okay, so that falling intonation at the end there is important, so the listener knows that we've finished the list. Okay, WH questions. What is your favorite movie? What is your favorite movie? Is that rising or falling? What is your favorite movie? What do we think? Yes, it is falling intonation. What is your favorite movie? So when we ask WH questions, who, what, where, why, when, how, we usually have falling intonation. What is your favorite movie? Okay, how about yes, no questions? Did you like the movie? Did you like the movie? Is that rising or falling? Did you like the movie? Yeah, good. It is rising. Okay. So for yes, no questions, so questions which just need a yes or no answer, we usually use a rising intonation. Did you like the movie? Okay. So here are some grammatical intonation patterns that you can remember. Before we move on, we're going to practice. Now, I can't hear anybody at home, but I would like you to listen to me and then repeat and try to copy my intonation. Okay. Now, I won't know if you're doing this. I just hope that you are. Okay. So, number one, I really love the countryside. Number two, I enjoy reading, swimming, cooking, and dancing. Number three, what is your favorite movie? Number four, did you like the movie? Okay, right. I hope that everyone was joining in at home. Quite a good way to practice your intonation is by watching something on TV or watching on YouTube, and every sort of sentence or two, pause the video and repeat what the speaker says, trying to copy their intonation. So that can be a nice practice activity for you at home. Okay. We're going to look at an example from an IELTS candidate and see why intonation is important in the IELTS test. So look at this example. Can you see where the candidate has made mistakes with their intonation? We've got the intonation marked with some arrows. So I'm going to read it with this intonation, and then if you write in the chat or in the comments, where are the mistakes? Okay, so the examiner says, what do you like doing at the weekend? Candidate, well, I really love shopping. It's my favorite weekend activity. Sometimes I spend the entire day at the mall just wandering around, not buying anything. Okay, where's the first mistake here? What do we think? I'll read it again. Well, I really love shopping. Well, I really love shopping. Yeah, everyone's identified there. Shopping, we've got a rising intonation, but because it's a statement, it should be falling. It should be, well, I really love shopping. Good. Okay, the rest of it. It's my favorite weekend activity. Sometimes I spend the entire day at the mall just wandering around, not buying anything. What do we think? Is there another mistake here? I spend the entire day at the mall just wandering around, not buying anything. Okay, I exaggerated it a little bit that time, but can you see at the end we've got a rising intonation? Yeah, good, Leyland. Yeah, so anything, it's the end of the sentence. I've finished speaking. I should use a falling intonation. So it should be, sometimes I spend the entire day at the mall just wandering around, not buying anything. Can you hear the difference? When we use that rising intonation, it sounds like we're not finished. So it's important at the end of your sentences when you've finished, you're going to mostly use a falling intonation. Okay, we've got one more. Oh, oh no, we haven't. Oh, sorry. I thought we had one more, but we don't. We are going actually onto our speaking practice now. Okay, so let me have a look and see who we've got in the session today. If there's anyone in the session who doesn't feel like speaking, please write me a message in the comments, but I feel like probably everyone would like to participate. So I can see that we've got Jam in the session. Jam, if you would like to, I'm going to bring you in for some speaking practice.
Yes, hello
Hello.
Grace.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Excellent. Would you like to do some IELTS speaking practice today?
Definitely.
Great. I'm very happy to hear it. So, have you done any practice in this class before? Or
Yes,
is
I
this your...
did.
You
I think
have?
yes.
Okay, so you know the drill. I'm going to show you a part 2 question and give you 1 minute to prepare your answer, and then we'll do some speaking for 2 minutes and then some feedback, okay?
Okay,
So,
Grace.
let me show you your speaking card now and give you 1 minute to prepare, okay?
Okay.
So, for anyone joining in at home, I recommend that you also have a go at this. So, as Jam is doing now, making some notes about what you would say. And then you can, after the class, perhaps record yourself speaking, have a practice at home. So, the main focus of this today is our intonation. So, we're going to be thinking about the rising, the falling, using appropriate intonation for this. Okay, Jam, that is your minute. Are you ready to begin?
Yes, Grace, I'll try my best.
Wonderful. Best of luck. Off you go.
Okay. So today I'd like to talk about an unforgettable film that I was able to see in the big screen. And this film is entitled The Five People You Meet in Heaven. And the plot was filmed in a theme park, and as far as I can remember, the movie was led by the name of Eddie. He is the maintenance person in this theme park, and unfortunately, he met an accident during his course of work of duty, and on that day, he he met the five person that he that give a lesson to his life, or how he understood his life. And the first person that he met was named the blue guy, and he is the guy who saved him when he was young. And that day, um, he he realized that he had a good or he was saved by this guy. And what I love about this movie is that it teaches me a lot of lessons, that being patient, being helpful to other people is a good characteristics in order for us to mingle with other people. And in the near future, if I will be given a chance, I would probably suggest it, suggest this movie to my colleague or other friends, for them to appreciate also the this movie that I was able uh, to watch.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Jam. Okay, how did you feel about that?
I feel nervous, and I know that I have some hesitations. I'm trying to grasp other vocabularies that is something that would help me, but because um I cannot think of, I try to use the same word that I've used already during my speaking.
No, that's good. So you were thinking during that you needed to use a range of vocabulary. So that's good. That's what you should be doing. So well done. Okay, well, I think that you used some good structures in your speaking. So you said, as far as I can remember, you said, what I love about this movie is, and your use of tenses was accurate. So when you were describing the past events in the movie, you were using the correct past tenses. Um, in terms of fluency, there was a little hesitation in the middle there. I think maybe when you were trying to think of the vocabulary, but you did keep speaking for the full 2 minutes, which was great. Your intonation was good. I noticed when you were at the ends of sentences, you were using the correct falling intonation, so that was good. One thing to be aware of, you said I would suggest this movie to my friends. That's not the most appropriate word here. It would be better to say I would recommend
I
this
might,
movie.
I think, okay,
Yes,
Grace,
so I
noted
would
on that.
recommend. But really great work, Jam. Well done. And thank you so much for coming up here and speaking, even though you were nervous. You did a great job.
Thank you again, Grace, for the opportunity
You're very
and the
welcome. Have a
feedback as
lovely
well.
day.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Bye. Okay, thank you so much to Jam for taking part. I'm going to bring somebody else in now, so let's have a look and see who we've got. I can see we have Jen in the class today. Jen, I'm going to bring you in and see if you would like to do some speaking with us. So, hello, Jen. Oh, hi, Jen. Are you there?
Yes, hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay, Grace.
Would you like
Th-
to do some speaking practice today?
I would love to, but this is my first time.
Oh, even better. No, that's great. No, that's really great if it's your first time because it's nice to give everyone a chance to participate. So, um, well, let's do this then. What's going to happen is I will show you your task and then give
Okay,
you 1 minute to prepare, and then you'll speak for 2 minutes, and then we'll do some feedback. Does that sound good?
okay, Jen. Okay, Grace.
Excellent. Okay. Here's your topic card and your 1 minute to prepare starts from now. Okay. So I recommend for everyone listening along at home to also do their own feedback when you're listening to your classmates. It's excellent practice for everybody. Okay, Jen, so that's 1 minute to prepare. Are you ready to begin speaking?
I'm so nervous, but
Oh no,
uh,
it's okay. Take a deep breath. It's okay. Don't worry. Everyone is nervous when they come and do this, so don't worry. You're not alone. Just try your best. Okay?
okay.
Okay.
I will start, Grace. Okay, today I would like to talk about the team that I've been part of. Last month, I decided to join the team, which is in our church, the worship team, um, who are been. I sorry, sorry, Grace.
No, it's okay. Don't worry. Take your time.
Can can I? Okay, sorry.
Do you want to start again?
Yes, sorry.
No, it's fine. Don't worry. We're here to practice, so you take your time. We can start again. Okay?
Okay. Um, Hello. Today I will talk about the team I've been part of. The team that I've been attending now is a worship team, which I joined last month. I decided to join this team because I want to be part of them. I want to be used in our church, specifically in music ministry. And the team is one of the ministries here in our church. We have different ministries here, and I decided to join because I want to I want to use my talent, specifically in singing. And in this team, we have a different part. We have the instrumentalist, the keyboardist, the drummer, and the singers. And uh, happily, I'm one of the singers in our church. So before we are before we will start as a worship leader or backup singer, we need to screen first by showing our talents to the leaders of the team, and by that we can share, and we can the leaders will know what is our kind of voices, like alto, soprano, or anything. And by that, they can also evaluate our talents, if we are ready to be part of this team.
Good. I'm going to
And
stop you there because
thank you.
we've gone over 2 minutes now. Well done for
Thank you.
continuing. Okay, Jen, great. How did you feel in the task?
Uh, I feel like that I cannot organize my thoughts, and I don't know where to start. Really, this is my first time to to speak here in Connetics.
You did such a great job.
Thank you.
When you were preparing, did you make some notes?
Yes,
Hmm.
I'm a bit of confused if I will choose the healthcare professional or the worship team. What I'm joining
Ah, okay.
in.
I see. Well, my recommendation when you get the card, just choose the topic that you feel most confident that or you feel you can say the most things about. So I think the team that you chose was good because you had plenty of things you could say about it. Something which can help you organize your thoughts is the way that you take your notes. So if we look at the card here, the card helps you a little bit because it's got what, who, why, but you can also think about, if you run out of things to say in these topics, you could think about where, perhaps. So what the team is for, where you meet, when you meet, who's in the team. You could describe the people in the team. You did say why you joined the team, so that was good. And you did explain how you felt, but just using these bullet points to help you organize your notes and organize your thoughts. Okay.
Okay, thank
But
you.
I think you did a great job. I think the best thing I can recommend for you is to practice. So you can do it alone at home in a less scary environment than this. Make sure you've got your phone. Give yourself 1 minute to plan your answer, and then time yourself speaking for 2 minutes. And if you can, record your voice and do that lots and lots and lots of times, and then come back here and do it again with me, and you'll feel less nervous, I promise.
Okay, thank you, Grace.
But I think you did a great job. You didn't really make that many mistakes. I think maybe you were thinking quite hard about the grammar. So that
Mm,
meant that your fluency wasn't as good, but it meant that you were quite accurate. So I think you did an amazing job considering it was your first time. So well done.
thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Jen, I'm going to say goodbye and I hope to see you again soon. Okay, so thank you, Jen. Right, I'm going to bring in somebody else now. Let me have a look and see who we've got. I can see we have Melissa. Melissa, I don't think I've spoken to you before, so I'm going to bring you in and see if you would like to participate. Hello. Hi, Melissa. Are you there?
Yeah, you can hear me.
Hi, yes, I can hear you. How are you today?
Oh, I'm great. Actually, while listening to her, I feel so nervous and I really wanted to try, even I'm nervous.
Good. Yeah,
Yeah.
don't worry. Everyone says they're nervous, but then, you'll feel really good when you've done it. And oh, I can see you've said it's your first time to join as well.
Yeah, and I'm using the mobile phone, so it's a little bit small, but it's okay. I can still read.
Ah, okay. Well, I can always read the card for you if needed. Um,
Mm.
okay. Well, Melissa, it's great to have you here. It's always nice to have new people in to have a go at speaking. So I
Mhm.
will show you your card. Let me know if you have problems reading it on your phone so that I can read
Yeah.
it for you.
Mhm.
Um, Here we go. Is that big enough?
Uh, Describe your favorite person. Ah,
Yeah. So I'll give you one
yeah.
minute, 1 minute to make some notes and prepare. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Right, Melissa,
I'm
that's your.
shaking.
Oh,
Okay.
no, that's okay. Don't worry. Just take a deep
Okay.
breath, relax. Remember that this is not a real test, it's just for practice. So if you make a
Okay.
mistake, it's really no problem. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So when you're ready, you can begin.
Okay. My favorite person is none other than my husband. I should say that because he is really a loving husband. Um, How you know this person? Okay, I know him since we were in our childhood. At about maybe I am like 12 years old. We are actively participating in a church group, and then until we became teenager, we are still actively participating. In fact, he is one of the president, and I am the one acting like vice president, and we are working together with this youth um, um, people, just to give them thing that we can share, so they can go ahead, they can walk through the right path. I met him, as I've told you, the first time when we were young, and most of the time we are playing initially, like and then when we grow up, he tried to courted me, since like we all almost spend our time together. So until now that he became my husband, most of the time now, especially this pandemic period, we are just staying at home. On the last week, we actually went outside to have a dinner, since like Saudi Arabia is opening their door now, to have some socialization with other people. So we just grabbed this great opportunity to be together, discuss a few things related in our future, make some plan ahead of time. Currently we are applying, processing our papers to go to the USA, and hopefully I will take my whole family there soon. Not yet 2 minutes.
Lovely. No, I'm just gonna stop you there because I did get to 2 minutes.
Okay.
That was good. You managed to keep talking without stopping. How did you feel about doing that?
Really, I am lost of words. A lot of things in my mind, but really I cannot organize it well. And I don't know, maybe I go left, right. I don't know if it is really good. This is my first time.
Well, I think for your first time it was very good because you kept speaking. You had a reasonably good level of fluency. I think again, like I said previously, just for organizing your thoughts, it's just about practice. So practicing at home
Mhm,
with a task, 1 minute to think, make notes, try to have your notes nice and organized, and then
mhm,
obviously not rushing through them so you run out of things to say, but I don't think you did that. um,
mhm,
and thinking about how you can uh, give extra details to extend your ideas. But
mhm,
no, I thought that you did very well. One thing that I just want to remind you, when you talked about how long you've known your husband, you said,
mhm,
I know him since we were children, I think. So when you're talking about how long you've
mhm.
known someone, it's I have known him since. So
Uh-huh.
I
Okay.
have known him since, what was it? I was a
Mhm,
child. Is that right? Or
mhm.
since
Yeah,
childhood?
yeah,
That's a long
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I have known
Yeah.
him since childhood. But I really liked how you began your talk. You said none other than my husband. That's really nice. That
Mhm,
was a nice like phrase to use. So it
mhm.
was a great effort. Well done, Melissa.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, and hopefully see you again for more
Yeah,
practice in a future class.
yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, let's put Melissa back. Thank you very much, Melissa. We have time for one more. Let me have a look and see if there's anyone else I've not spoken to before. Um, I have Michelle in the class. I'm not sure if I've spoken to you before, Michelle, but I'm going to bring you in.
Hello,
Hello.
ma'am. Hello.
Hi. How are
Hi. This
you?
is yeah. I'm fine. This is my first time as well. Sorry
Oh,
for the horse.
amazing.
Sorry for the horse voice. I'm sick.
Oh no, do you
Yeah.
feel like you want to participate today or do you need
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
rest?
It's yeah. Yeah. It's fine.
Okay, wonderful. Well, I'm so happy to have another first-time new person in the class today. That's lovely. So Michelle, let me find you your card, your task card, and give you 1 minute to prepare. Here you go. So you've got your 1 minute to start making notes.
Okay.
Okay, so Michelle, that's your 1 minute to prepare, so you can begin speaking whenever you are ready.
All right. Okay, I'm going to start now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to talk about the the party where I attended just way back 2 weeks ago. It was held inside a hotel. I was with my closest friends, and it was the birthday party of one of my favorite person. It was her 30th birthday actually. Um, um, I felt very relaxed that time because, as I've said, we were inside the hotel, um, enjoying the whole night, where we drank a lot and eat a lot of our favorite foods. Um, I felt so happy because um, I saw them all after a long time because of the pandemic. So that was as well our get together party. Aside from that, I I feel good about the place because there's a lot of amenities like a pool. Um, Other than that, there's a kitchen as well where we were able to cook aside from the foods that we prepared for that party. So even though it was a winter time, that means it was really cold outside, we were still having fun because it's really for time for us to catch up after a very long time. That's all.
Excellent, perfect. Well done, Michelle. How do you feel, or how did you feel in that task?
I'm not sure if my thoughts were really organized, but not really sure.
Well,
I think I need more practice.
yeah, well, of course, practice is definitely good, but I think that it sounded like your thoughts were quite organized because you
Mm-hmm.
started talking about the location, who was there, and then
Mm-hmm.
you said how you felt, and then you went into a bit more detail. I didn't feel like you were jumping around with your
All
thoughts,
right.
so I thought it was well organized. Another thing I think you did very well was you linked your ideas with words and phrases, like connecting words and phrases. So you said, like, aside from that, even though, as I
Mm-hmm.
said, that's really good because it just improves the overall um, coherence of your talk. So it was great.
No. Mhm.
Something to be careful about is tenses, because you were talking about an event in the past, but
Yeah.
occasionally you didn't use the past tense. So you said we eat a lot instead of
Oh,
ate
sorry.
a lot, and then
Yeah.
I think you said I feel good, but I think you were
Should
talking
be.
about felt good. Yeah. So
Yeah.
just keep in mind your tenses when you're talking. But
Okay.
apart from that, I thought you did a really great job. And you really did. It seemed like your ideas were well organized. So very
Okay.
well done.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you have any questions?
None so far.
None so far. Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming and participating. And I hope that you enjoyed it. And I will see you again in another class soon.
Okay. Thank you, Ma'am Grace.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining today. I can see that we have a question on Facebook from Lechu asking for some tips to improve speaking skills. Um, well, really, the best thing you can do is practice. And I know that's not always easy, but for IELTS, if we take IELTS Part 2, for example, what I always say to people is to have a timer, have a recording device, so your phone, something to record, and do your own practice at home, but use, the 1 minute to make your notes, speak for 2 minutes, record yourself, and then listen back and give yourself feedback. So, thinking about the assessment questions that we had. So, was my pronunciation clear? Did I use linking words? Did I speak at a natural pace? Did I use a range of grammar and vocabulary? Did I make any mistakes with my grammar and vocabulary? Okay. So, yeah, really practicing, but also if you can record yourself and give yourself feedback, that's great. Also, of course, attending classes like this one. And if you were to sign up for the Connetics program that Jennifer was telling you about at the start of class, you can attend lots of live classes, which include speaking. We have mock speaking classes that you can come and do practice with your classmates and with the teacher. So having an IELTS teacher be there to listen and give you feedback on your speaking is probably the best way that you can improve. So that would be my advice to you, Lechu, and everyone else with that same question. Okay, we are going to end there, but before we do, I just want to remind everyone that the next speaking class will be on Friday next week, on the 11th of March. So please do join us for that at the same time. And once again, just to remind you of the Connetics program that we have here at Swoosh English. So all of the things that Jennifer mentioned at the start of class, we've got the IELTS classes every week for reading, writing, listening, and speaking. We can set you up with a study partner to help you if you want to practice more outside of class. We've got the Facebook group and the Telegram group, which everyone can use to get involved. Everyone's very active in those groups, so asking each other questions, getting in touch with us at Swoosh for specific IELTS questions, or, Jennifer's always in there as well with questions you might have. And as was mentioned at the start, the monthly IELTS raffle. So there's many, many things, many, many reasons to get involved. In your package, there will be 8 modules with 8 milestone tests. So as you progress through the course, you can take a test at the end of each module to see how you're doing, the areas that you need to work on, or the areas that the areas of strength for you. Writing corrections, so you can submit real IELTS tasks and get them marked by our expert IELTS teachers. We've got some recorded live classes as well as our normal live classes every week. Mock exams, so you can test yourself at the end of the course. As I said before, set you up with speaking partners, and just in general, we do have around the clock support, okay, from Swoosh and Connetics. So we're always here to support you through your IELTS journey. So if that sounds like something you are interested in, I saw someone else on Facebook asking about how to sign up. Here is the link. So please do head over to this link and you can sign up today. And I hope that you've enjoyed the class. We will be back next week for another IELTS class, okay? So thank you very much for joining me, everybody, and thank you for everybody who participated today. Well done. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jam. Thanks, Jay, Michelle, Leylin, MA, thank you very much. See you again very soon, everybody. Bye.